Shall we read that scripture again? Proverbs 21:20. Proverbs 21. Shall we read it together? There is treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. May you never spend it up. That is to say, a foolish man will just carry his money and just throw it. Spendeth it up. You're supposed to spend it down where it will bring out results. A farmer will not throw the seed up. Will not spend it up. A farmer will put it into the ground. Proverbs 24, verse 3 and 4. Proverbs 24, verse 3 and 4. The Bible says, true wisdom is a house builded. True what? Wisdom. And by understanding, it is established. Verse 4, the Bible says, and by knowledge. Look at this one very well. By knowledge. By what? What is knowledge? The things you know. By knowledge shall the chambers, not chamber, chamber. That is to say, you have storehouses, warehouses all around the world, be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Precious and pleasant riches. Precious and pleasant riches. Money is very important in marriage. Very, very important. In fact, when there's no finance, there will be no romance. If you want your wife to call you honey, please give her money. Give her money. If you don't give her money, you will just look like a monkey. That is it. No matter how born again a woman is, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Do you know that when you feed a man, when you feed a woman, when you provide for a woman, submission becomes easier for her. When a woman sees the husband coming and says, hey, money has come. What is he talking about? Money has come. I said, may you never be poor. So if a woman is listening to this message one time, all men listen to it 100 times. Listen very, very well. Do you know that Ìyàwó olówó kì í lájẹ́? They don't call the wife of a billionaire a winch. The wife of Dangote, the wife of Elumelu. Anybody in the family will now say it's a winch. It's not possible. It is the wife of a poor man that they will say she is the one that is using the glory of the husband. And it's a winch. May you never be poor. You are not talking to me. I said, may you never be poor. So you need to listen to this very well. Marriage and parenting is difficult without money. The wealthier you are, the more you will enjoy family life. My father used to say in those days, he would say, Beba say low woman, let's say Jola Onyiboma. And that is serious. The wealthier you are, the better your family life. The better you are, the house you will be living. The better the school you will be sending your children to. Our first son, we sent him to Covenant University. Some of his mates, they are still in year 2. The boy has graduated. As we was entering Covenant University, they pick likely date he will graduate. Some of his mates, they spend another 1, 2, 3 years to gain admission. Some of them are in year 1, some of them are in year 2. Money, you will never lack it. You are not saying amen to that. I said you are not saying amen to that. So borrowing and debt make you a prisoner with freedom to move around. You didn't hear that? If you are owing, you are a prisoner, but you have freedom to move around. It's like a prisoner, but it can move around. Look at Proverbs 22:7. The Bible says, Proverbs 22:7. The Bible says, the rich ruler over the poor, and the borrower is a servant of the lender. You are a servant. When you see him, you are a servant. It's a servant. As many of you owing, I declare debt settlement in the name of Jesus. Now, it is not how much you make that matter, but how much you are able to manage well. how much you are able to manage well. How much you are able to manage well. So let me show you 7 ways to manage money in marriage. 7 ways. Number 1, this one is very important. Please listen to it very well and write. Manage the money set. The money what? Oh, you are not talking to me. The money what? Money set. You may not understand it. When I begin to analyze it, you will know. Number 1 money set is called the mindset. The mindset. The way you think about money must change. It must change. In those days, they told us that a Christian should not be rich. They scam us. They scam us. They scam. I remember in a village, a pastor was there, and somebody gave that pastor a car. All other pastors in Cannes, as at that period, they went against him. They said he has backslided. That was a long time ago. He has backslided. He had done this. It was somebody that gave him. He prayed for somebody, and the person gave him the car. They sent him away from Cannes. Everybody turned against him. About 2 years later, something happened. The wife of the Cannes chairman was pregnant and wanted to deliver in the middle of the night. And the thing was difficult for the local midwives. So they were looking for who to take the woman to the town where they can get the hospital. And in that village, vehicle normally come once in 5 days. Vehicle normally come to the village. How many of us know those kind of villages? Vehicle will only come once in 5 days. So the Cannes chairman have to push shame aside, went to the house of this young pastor and knelt down. And the man was magnanimous, took the woman to the hospital, and the woman was safe. If that woman died, what do you think would have killed him? Kill her? Is it the delivery? What killed him? What will kill the woman? Poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, many people die in Nigeria not because of sickness. Most of the time it's because of money. They know you cannot pay the bill. So change your mindset. You will be rich and make heaven. You are not answering me. I said you will be rich and make heaven. No, until I studied the life of Abraham, I discovered that Abraham is in heaven. Many of the saints in the Bible, we are not sure whether they make heaven or not, but we know of somebody. And who was that? Abraham. Abraham was so big in heaven that even his heart can accommodate somebody. It's so funny. And Zechariah, was it Zechariah or what's the name of that boy in the church of Abraham? Lazarus. Lazarus was a righteous man on earth, but with wrong prayer point. Righteous with wrong mindset. Wrong mindset will bring wrong prayer point. He said that I may eat crumbs. Not on the table, under the table. Many of us are asking for crumbs. Many of us are asking for crumbs. I pray your mind will change today. Number 2, knowledge set. Knowledge set. Change your knowledge. Read books. Number 3, your skill set. Let me be fast now. Skill set. Skill set. Money move in the direction of your skill. Money does not move in the direction of prayer points. Money does not move in the direction of prayer point. Money move in the direction of what? Skill. Knowledge. So number 1, your mindset. Number 2, your knowledge set. Number 3, your skill set. Number 4, your people set. How you manage people. Number 5, your hand set. What your hand can do. Then the next one, number 6, is tool set. The kind of tools you have. The kind of tool, no matter how good a mechanic is, he cannot use his teeth to remove nuts. So if a car breaks down and we have mechanic without tool, the mechanic is as useless as us too. So you need two. Another one is self-set. Wow. Self-set. Ability to sell what you have. Your selling ability. Please be a shameless marketer of your product and services. A shameless marketer. You see me on the altar, talking about my books. I'm not ashamed to tell people. Am I talking to somebody? Self-set have changed. That's why many of us should know how to use social media in the right way. That's one area where the church prevail. I've seen that. I've sat down with Daddy before. He will be looking at the iPad. He will be looking at the phone, looking at what they are posting. What am I right, sir, Daddy? I learned it from you. You didn't know. Anytime I'm having my program, I will open my phone. I want to see how it is on YouTube, how it is on at his age. At his age, he pays attention. They spend money on social media. A lot of churches will not even have one camera. They will not have one camera. I minister in a very big church, almost double of this, about a few weeks ago. They didn't have one camera. They didn't have one camera. Self-set. You must know how to sell. Sister, that are selling, you must know how to package it. I saw ipekere, I saw the plantain cheap. The same thing. One is ipekere, 5 naira, 10 naira. One is plantain cheap with NAFDAC. Is now 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. The same ogede. Is somebody learning something? Let this understand. In this place, we don't just pray and pray in foolishness. How many of us normally attend prayer mountains? You attend? You discover that it's not a normal prayer. I attend this place several times in Lagos. It's not a normal. You will learn some things. It is that wisdom that God. Do you know that the Bible says whatever you desire when you pray, unto desire, unto walaya. When you pray, what somebody could desire, like Lazarus. You know what will happen? You will be eating crumbs. Look at the prayer point of Solomon. See how he turned the life of Solomon. Look at the prayer point of that righteous man. Even in heaven, he was not able to have a mansion. He didn't do anything. He was not able. He had to rent a house. He cannot even rent a house. He had to stay on the bosom of Abraham. So your self-set matter. Then your environmental set, where you put yourself, where you plant yourself. If you plant yourself with wrong people, you will get wrong results. If you plant yourself with the right people, you will get right results. Then attitudinal set. Your attitude to people that are buying things from you. Your attitude. And your label, continue. They must not price something for you. Wabu want to return. They won't come again. You lost another customer. And another one. Another one. I stay around somewhere called Omale in Lagos. There's a particular girl selling plantain at the junction by the time you turn to my estate. Wow. This girl, she knows every one of us. Our plate number, daddy mio, daddy mio, daddy mio, mommy mio, mommy mio. We bypass every other place to buy plantain from her. Even the day we don't need it, we go and buy. About a few days ago, my wife wanted to buy plantain from her. 5,000 naira, 5,000, 10,000. My wife said, this one is much. Only mommy, mama mi let me tell you, emakolo. Ọ̀rọ̀ ela sodele. Mommy mi tell emakolo. And she turned back. You have been my good customer. And she was doing like this. And we discovered that our trade began to expand, that she's having many more people to stay with her. For many of us, our attitude, we even send angel away from buying from us. Our attitude. You will not get to the market until around 12 noon. We don't know that when you are the ogre of yourself, that's the most dangerous time. There's nobody to mark register for you again. Your attitudinal said. So, number 2, always, I want you to listen to this very well. Everything I mentioned, they are one of the 7. Do you understand what we are talking about now? Okay, let me explain it a little. I said 7 ways to manage money in marriage. I said number 1, master the money set. What are the money set? They are the thing I mentioned now. How many are they? Are they 7? 9. Can you mention them one by one? Number 1, your mindset. Number 2, knowledge set. Number 3, skill set. Number 4, people set. Number 5, hand set. Number 6, tool set. Number 7, set. Number 8, environment set. Number 9, attitudinal set. If you get all these things set, your destiny is set for explosion. Your destiny, we call it set because it will reset your life. You remember the elderly one clock in those days? They set it every day. My grandpa, my maternal grandpa, we always say, Eba misi radio, radio, oh, why, oh, how go make it look? Papa will be targeting 7 a.m. What does he want to do? Want to set the clock. And every day, he was doing like that until his death. He was setting and resetting. The clock of your life, you must reset it. It was me, I must reset it. A work on me, I must reset it. My knowledge, I must reset it. I must reset it. Number 2, listen to this very well. Always remember that money hates noises. Money hates noises. That is why they don't play gangan in bank. When you get to bank, they don't play anything, very cool. In the environment of the poor, there will be many, many noises. Many, I won't say party tanti ono. Party omodukan, wa yawo, wa jegbese. But for the rich, they will do what they call cocktail. Emi o mo bi ti cock it ni tail. They do small shop. When they park here. In Ikoyi, Lekki, in Lagos, in Omale, Lagos, they don't block road. They don't block road. In fact, somebody will be doing naming. My neighbor will be doing naming. We didn't even know that they gave birth. But for the poor, for the first 9 days of delivery, Mama Dana, Mama She, Mama So, Lori Besenio. Money hates noises. If you want to be rich, I want you to celebrate quietness. I want you to celebrate what? Quietness. Wherever you see husband and wife fighting and shouting, they can never be rich. In a marriage where there's conflict, they will die poor. But husband and wife that will sit down on the tiny with their pen and they will be analyzing. Money coming in, money going out. You will see them moving from one level to another. Because money, when you see the poor, Irujo no manjo, Irujo Takasufe, and what do we call it? Arakpala, hey, Oma Mini, hey. But for the rich, jazz. It's a bottle of wine. Jazz. That is to say, the music you listen to even matters. Whether you will be rich or not. If you are still listening to Fuji here, only Amara Gota, That's your major music. You can never be rich. You can never be wealthy. Because money hates noises. Maybe nobody told you before. Money hates noises. In quietness, you can save your soul. In quietness, you talk too much. You fight too much. You talk too much. By the grace of God, as I'm author, I learned this thing that books come by quietness. So I have to be quiet. When I just got married to my wife, that's number one area that was an issue that was issue in our life. She would be talking, I would just be looking like this. After some time, she understood. Do you know that Tomba Sofo pe o ni ronu ki se ebu? O ye ko ronu. Pe o se kini o? O ni ronu. That is to say you are thoughtless. Elomi onro lo wa lenu e. They don't think. Egbona, this 10,000 naira that is in my hand. What can I do if I do it this way? If I do it this way? If I do it this way? What of this? What of this? Okay. Let me try this way. Deep normally come into deep. If you want deepness of heart, you must think deeply. Because money hates. That's why people that normally carry a load, they can never be rich. Because they are using power to make money. If you are making money from sweat, you can only have something you can eat, not something that will secure your future. Money that make people rich normally come from the brain, not from the strength. That is why gate man will walk throughout the day. At the end of the day, they will give him 15,000 naira. But the one that sat down inside AC, they give him 5 million naira, 3 million naira for the same job. Why? Because somebody is using energy of the body. Somebody is using the energy of the brain. So sit down. Think rightly. Don't think it is impossible for you to be great because you are old. No. God has not started with you. It's about to start. I want you to tell yourself that I can still make it. Say, I can still make it. I will still make it. In the name. Number 3, change your mindset about money. You know, I spoke about this briefly now. Proverbs 23:7. The Bible says, for as a man thinking in his heart, so he is. When you are hearing the following, run away. Money is the root of all evil. That's not scripture. The Bible says the love of money is not money. That's why many of us hate it. But we want it. In fact, one of the things, another thing I need to talk about is all rich people are proud. It's another mentality. Somebody is driving, one sekpe, olori buruku kò ní dá fún ẹ, ta ló ń sekpe fún mọ́tò àbí driver. Many of us believe that anybody that is rich is pompous. One of our daughters in faith was driving around somewhere in Egbeda in Lagos, and people were going to Ashewo, want to buy some mọ́tò fún ẹ. Ashewo, this is a big executive in bank. They believe that no girl of that age, because she's very young, can own that such a big car at her age. So they began to abuse her. A few days ago, my daughter told me she was going out with the mom, and the mom was driving, she was at the back, she was eating. People inside Danfo, inside Odop, they now look at her and say, oh, rich girl, ori jẹkújẹ tó ń jẹ, ìlú dẹ̀ lédè tó báyìí, ẹ̀ tún jẹ jẹkújẹ, bàbá ẹ̀ ti kówó jẹ, yes, politician ni, ẹran mẹ́rin ló wà níwájú ẹ̀ òun nìkan, kí ló dé, ìlú lè, rich girl, bọ̀tí girl, for that small girl, kí ló fi ṣẹ̀yìn? When you hate the rich, you can never be rich. You can never be rich. You can never be rich. When you hate the rich, When you see somebody building a house, sow into the life of the person. 500, 1,000, take. Instead of envy, instead of shouting, I pray for you, it shall be well with your soul. You didn't answer me very well. I said it shall be well with your soul. Somebody say we will not spend money in heaven. Yes, but we need it on earth. Are you hearing me? I want to disabuse our mind so that money can flow into our direction. Because your married need money. Unfortunately, they don't teach us how to make money in school. I am a trained accountant. My wife is an FCA, fellow chartered accountant. FCA, the highest, the peak, the son, senior advocate of Nigeria of the accounting department. But you know what? As an accounting graduate, they never taught us personal finance. How many accountants do we have in the house? You remember they taught us taxation. They taught us government accounting, corporate accounting, financial accounting, management accounting, cost accounting. Which accounting again? Financial accounting. They taught us budgeting, not personal budgeting, but company budgeting. They taught us to prepare for other people, but not for our destiny. Can you imagine? Even local government accounts, they taught us. Local government accounts, they taught us. The only thing, they taught us auditing, how to audit company account, but not to audit our destiny account. That's why people are misbehaving. In your life, daddy, millions will pass through your hand. Maybe it has passed through. The reason why we wasted it because nobody taught us how to tie it down. Something dramatic will happen in your life. I said something dramatic will happen in your life. They say rich people cannot make heaven. Are you the owner of the key of heaven? They say rich. I'm looking. Some people say everybody owes me. That's mentality of Yoruba people. Àbúrò mi lówó, ó dẹ̀ wà ní Èkó, kò dẹ̀ rántí mi. Kò dẹ̀ rántí mi. Ẹ wo mo ṣe rí yìí o, Bisi Adewale yẹn, òun ló gbọ́yàn sílẹ̀ tí mo gbé o. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi gangan. Mọ́tò mẹ́fà ló wà níwájú nílé. Èmi ò dẹ̀ ní mọ́tò kankan. I have somebody in UK, my elder brother. The thing my brother ever gave me in life is £100. Say what if you £100 really? Maybe many people that have not traveled abroad, you will think it's rosy over there. You will think it's rosy. I say, UK people, they are stingy because they make money per hour. They make money per hour and they calculate it. When they make money, tax will take about 60% away. That's why every one of them, shoko, ilebi isano, that's what they can. Because if your house is big, you pay insurance. Their car is almost small. Because the bigger your car, the bigger the insurance. They don't do third-party insurance, they do comprehensive insurance. And you have to pay. So if you are making £5,000, by the end of the day, £2,000 may not enter into your hand. Yoruba taught us in those days, they said, Akpalara, ejikani yekan. Akpa, this is your hand. That's the only kinsman you have. Ejika, shoulder, that's the only family that you have. Don't ever rely on anybody to feed you. Because nobody owes you anything. They don't owe you. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín ti di ọ̀tá àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí yín. You go there. Ẹgbẹ́ mi ni o, ọmọ àbínú. You need to know what I confronted even in my own life. Somebody kept on complaining, and I sent 20,000 naira. Emma Gato so, I can send text, me pastor, 20,000 naira call over me. But it's off me here. Only 20,000 naira call over me. Only what I need to, I can totally run so me now is 420,000 naira. What if you can see account details? It's for you people to be sending to people to help you by text message and you put your account details. If your mind is like that, you can never be rich. You can never. When I got to Lagos in 1992, I discovered that I'm on my own and it helped me a lot. My mother used to say provision. Used to sell provision, pen, biro, bonfita, all this. So when we are going to school every day, you will always go to a shop to pick pen. Every one of us. When I got to Lagos, there was no mama to rescue me. And I have to attend lesson. For the first time, I used a pen and I finished the ink inside. When people normally write name inside their pen, for the first time, I wrote my name, Bisi Adewale, I put inside there. And that changed my thinking. Please, when you are relying on people, you will not grow to the extent that people will rely on you. It's time now to wake up because nobody is coming to rescue you. Nobody is coming to rescue you. God gave you strength. Anybody that helps you is a privilege. It's not a right. Am I talking to somebody? It's a what? That is why when you want to help somebody, please put rule inside. If you want to, it's good to be a giver, but let there be rules. Givers must have rule because receiver we have none. Giver should have what? Rules. And please, all of you that are giving, because you want to have dominion over them, you are the El Shaddai. Else you die, Lorukwe. Are taking care of this, even your children are suffering. Your wife is suffering. You are the supermarket Nigerian Limited. You are helping everybody in the family. The only person that will remember you in your old age are your children. Take care of your children. Take care of your wife. Is somebody learning something now? I didn't say you should not take care of people, but your wife first, your children second. Every other person follows. And it's not your duty to succor anybody. It's your generosity. So it must be out of your generosity. Not my cousin, my nephew, my this, my dad. And because of that, you become dominion. At the end of the day, they will puncture you like a flat tire. I pray for you. Wisdom to manage money well. Receive it now. Oh, you are not talking to me. I say wisdom to manage money well. Receive it now. Number 4, hate poverty in the family. You need to hate it. You need to hate poverty. Say, I hate poverty. In 1997, I read the book. The title of the book is Poverty is Expensive. I Cannot Afford It. Very small book like this. It changed my world. And the person began to list why poverty is expensive. He said, poverty is bad. Poverty is shameful. Poverty takes life. Poverty can make your children houseboys and girls. He said, poverty is expensive. He said, poverty makes you to live in the wrong environment. He said, poverty may make you to die untimely death. He said, poverty is expensive. I cannot afford it. He said, poverty normally changes the color of the brain from blue to red. Oh, nimbanuro. Big vision you will not have because you believe you can't have money to sustain it. Then you scare down yourself. It's like somebody that want to fish and went with a ruler. When he get a fish, we measure the fish. If a fish is beyond one particular ruler, he throw back the fish into the water. Somebody now came around and said, what happened? Why are you throwing the fish back? He said, the size of my pot is very small. So that is why I came with a ruler. I'm familiar my pot. So anyone that is bigger than my pot, I throw it back. That's what is happening to many of us. God said you can start supermarket. Say, hey! Supermarket. And you kill it there. You didn't know. The person now said, why can't you bring knife when you get back home and cut the fish into sizes? Poverty is expensive. I cannot afford it. When a rich man buy a bag of rice, we buy a bag of rice and sit down and eat it for 6 months. A poor man, we buy 1 derica of rice and we buy it every day. In 6 months, he must have paid for 3 bags. yet bought one bag. Poverty is expensive. I cannot afford it. A poor man will go to the outskirts of the outskirts to go and buy land, 1/2 plots, and build. When he finished at work, especially in Lagos, some people will go to somewhere they call Ijoko. Ijoko, when you get to Sango, what be Okada, and they are working at VI. They take about 3 hours to get to Sango. They take about 1 hour to get to Ijoko. They will now take Okada into the bush of interior. The rich man or somebody with the rich brain that they close together in the office until they lago man wabo. Ọ̀rẹ́ yín sì wà lọ́nà aago 12 òru. By 4 a.m. began. After 6 months, he break down. Gbogbo ilé wa máa dáwó. Ẹ̀gbọ́n yín wà ní UCH. Ó yá wo, ẹ máa dáwó, àjẹ́ ilé, èmèrè ilé, gbogbo wa gbọ́ sí. In the process, poverty is expensive. I cannot afford it. Even when a rich man die, mo se máa ròyìn ikú ẹ̀, ó yàtọ̀. Tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ painful exit. Gbèsè ni bàbá filẹ̀ nìyẹn. Gbèsè ló filẹ̀ nìyẹn. But when you are hearing to the glory of God, we announce the glorious passing of our daddy, our uncle of the nephew of the cousin. Bàbá fi àwọn lẹ́lẹ́ tó ṣe pín nìyẹn. You will not be poor. Say poverty is expensive. And let me tell you, women, poverty is money is genderless. Don't say it's only men that can make a certain level of money. Don't say, and girls, don't think by sleeping around you can make money. No. Wealth is not sexually transmitted. It's not done that way. Change your mind. It is well with your soul. So don't explain the reason why you are poor. Explain the reason why you must be rich. Number 5, pursue financial intelligence. That's where we are going. Pursue financial intelligence. Pursue financial intelligence. 12. I won't portray that one because of our time. Proverbs 9:12 says, if thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for yourself. So learn how to make money. Learn how to spend it. Number 6, learn and speak the money language. The language of the money. What language is money speaking? The language of money is called VPS. What do I call it? Oh, you are not talking to me. It's called what? V means value. Somebody say value. P means people. People. S means selling. Proverbs 24:26. Proverbs 24. Every man shall kiss the lip with the right answer. So what is value? A product. A product, a solution, a service. What is value? Something that answers the question of people. Something that removes their fears. Something that removes their value, their sorrow. Something that removes their pain. Something that removes their hunger. Something that removes their thirst. Something that removes difficulty in their life. Something that brings them security. That is value. By any name you can call it. By any name you can call it. And in every country, people walk toward that. Then people learn how to manage people rightly. Do you want great marriage? Do you want money in your marriage? Then selling. I said it the other time. Learn how to sell. Let's go to number 7, which is the last one. Now, I've laid total foundation for how money can come in. One thing I realized about Daddy, he's not just preaching to people to make money. He teaches you how to. It's not just teaching about giving. A lot of pastors will only teach about what? About giving. Give, and it shall be given unto you. No, in this place, we teach you how to put seed into your garden and grow up. So, as husband and wife, how do you manage your money? Number 1, discuss the amount of money that is coming to your house. How do you want to come into your house? Be totally open to each other. Then sit down to plan out what to give to God, what will go into your normal expenses, and what to save. what to invest. So, husband and wife, you must sit down. If you have never done it before, sit down. How do we make more money for this house? How do we spend it better? Stop fighting about money. Talk about it. Talk about how to manage money, how to invest it. Be totally transparent. Finally, involve God, which is the most important one in your investment, in your money. You see, if you make money by strength, devil can blow it away with a breath. If you make money, that is why when people talk about tithing, many people do not understand. I learned tithing from my parent, my mom, in the village. If you forget mama tithe card on Sunday, and when there is trouble, mama will bring out the tithe card, as foolish as they were in those days. And card damewa mi reo, mo sign damewa mi, ya gbodo jemi. One day, Mama was traveling to from Ondo to Ibadan. She used to come to Ibadan to buy things, to sell in Ondo, provisions. Very early in the morning, that's how Moroba blocked the road. Everybody was waylaid and collected money, except my mom. She said, immediately everybody, they were, come down. Mama said she came down and just, there was nobody. Every armed robber was going after one person or the other. She now went, nobody was after her. She just moved into the bush and just lay down there. And they robbed everybody. They beat everybody. It was when they left. She said where she was, she even slept off. It was funny. It was when they left, people were now shouting her name. She woke up and she came down with her money intact. Because devourer cannot enter into it. Am I making sense? Then when I enter into the school, among 300 students in that fellowship, I was the only one paying tithe. You know, students now, you can pardon them that they are, but I was smarter. After removing my school fees, the balance, I will remove my tithe. Then one day, a man came. We wanted to cover the roof of our auditorium. Then we invited the pastor. He preached and preached. I was the one interpreting. Then the man said, I want to tell you the story today. The reason why I'm here, by the grace of God, to this level. This man will face me. As at that period, I didn't have shirt. So I was saving money. I've already made 750 naira. And I always put it under my mattress. My pillow, every morning I will check it. I will check it that it's there, intact. Pillow, mat, mattress, pillow, everything under. Every day I will check. When I'm coming, I will check. When I return from school, I will check. I needed about 1,300. I've been able to save 750. Then they brought this man of God. I said, this roof, we must cover it. You now say, go and bring your money to cover the house of God. But my mind, something was telling me that message was for you. He got to say, the man killed me totally. On your water, what near bed, I couldn't interpret. Because I lost it. When I got to the hostel, picked the money, I cried. I want to feel me just frugmeni. I want new fire car. I took the money. I cried till I got to him. He saw tears in my eyes. He didn't want to collect the money, but I insisted. He knew it pained me. He was not happy with it, but I laid it before him. Then he knelt down. Then I knelt down. He said, Omo, mo wasu wakati kan abo. He's a Yoruba speaker. Mo wasu wakati kan abo. Ìwọ nìkan ló jáde. ó ní wọ́n á gbọ́ kìkì rẹ̀. Gbogbo wọn ló máa gbúrò rẹ̀. Wọ́n á fi tìyẹ, they will use your name to describe their assets. Is it not like that today? Now, talk to me. Was it my money that covered the roof? But that money covered my destiny. Rise up on your feet. As I'm talking to you now, the book Daddy dedicated yesterday was my 132nd book. 132nd. To ba jẹ́ pé machine gun ló ń tẹ̀, it will not be that fast.